The world is getting hotter. As glaciers melt at higher rates than they did before, and corals bleach, it is clear that stopping the global temperature's rise is imperative to the planet Earth's survival. Climate change is caused by greenhouse gases in our atmosphere trapping the sun's heat within the globe. This is greatly detrimental to the nature around us and will almost certainly be detrimental to humanity in the future. Most of this excess of greenhouse gases is caused directly by human technology. In the modern world, we rely heavily on energy and machines. From our transportation to our heating systems in homes, to most of the electricity produced in the United States, we are using non-renewable resources whose operation releases heavy amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Yet, although many recognize global warming's risk, companies and individual civilians are uneasy as to switch their ways. I'm Anna Potekin, and I'm going to explain how we can fix our climate using fuel cells. Fuel cells are mechanisms that use redox reactions, chemical reactions where electrons are transferred between atoms to break down fuel. They've been used since the 1960s in government operations. Using regular fuel, they're already better for the environment as they're more efficient with fuel. Efficiency means how much energy is retained and not lost, and this is where fuel cells shine. They need less fuel to give the same amount of energy. However, the operations with fossil fuels still emit waste products. If only there was a way to use this super efficient mechanism for emission-free energy. Oh wait, there is. Hydrogen fuel cells are fuel cells that use hydrogen gas as their fuel. Energy is created through reactions between hydrogen and oxygen. The only products of these reactions are electricity, water, and heat. These fuel cells work like a battery in terms of how they supply energy, but they never need recharging. They're incredibly clean in terms of energy, leading to a good alternative to non-renewable energy sources. The U.S. Department of Energy is a proponent of hydrogen fuel cell research. While the Department of Energy is mostly tasked with managing of nuclear energy in the United States, it also investigates energy efficiency and looks for more renewable energy sources. According to the department, fuel cells are unique in terms of the variety of their potential applications. They can provide power systems as large as a utility power station and as small as a laptop computer. Uses of hydrogen fuel cells in modern times already exist, displaying the versatility described by the Department of Energy. One company that has entered into the hydrogen fuel cell market recently and has already seen huge success is Bloom Energy. Bloom Energy sells power supplies with a commitment to clean and renewable energy. Earlier this year, on July 15th, the California-based business announced that it was entering the commercial hydrogen market. As of that announcement, they had already sold 120 megawatts worth, or $1 billion worth, of hydrogen fuel cell units. Companies selling units like this could be a large part of introducing hydrogen fuel cells to the public. You may have heard of electric cars, but have you heard of a fuel cell vehicle, or an FCV for short? Some automobile companies like Toyota and Honda are planning for upcoming releases of cars with hydrogen fuel cells to the wide public, although some sellers do have fuel cell-based cars in select areas of the United States already available for sale. These cars have potential to be a zero-emission mode of travel, possess great potential in the future. With all these positive benefits to hydrogen fuel cell power, why aren't they more widespread? The main issue limiting the spread of hydrogen fuel cells is their cost. To function, hydrogen fuel cells need platinum as a catalyst to the reactions. However, platinum is a very rare metal, and this makes the fuel cells inaccessible to those with low budgets. However, a group of researchers from Washington State University may have found a way around that without using platinum. After extensive research in June 2020, it was unveiled that these researchers were able to find a way to use nickel, a much more common metal, in place of platinum for fuel cells. This creates great promise in bringing down the costs of fuel cells and making them more accessible to the wider public. The U.S. Department of Energy greatly supports research like this that grants accessibility to and sustainability for future to this technology. Thanks to scientists, we were able to make great strides in renewable energy, and more specifically fuel cells, something we want to continuously happen. In the future, we should invest in sponsoring research and breaking into hydrogen infrastructure. It's up to us to make change happen, as we are the generation inheriting a broken planet. Together, we must think of changes to make to our everyday lives for Earth's sake.